Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Lou, Seth, Geis, and from the Villager Scar Studios, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
About to duke it out with a guy from San Francisco, so I'm feeling pretty goddamn
And
confident.
a guy from Calgary, apparently. I don't know what is up is down, down is up, left is right. It's
White guy
cats
from
and
the South is
dogs.
about to get in a fight with a Californian Canadian.
Tell
Sounds
you, man.
about sounds about
Cats and
accurate.
dogs living together, mass hysteria.
John, actually, I meant to tell you,
No.
I haven't said anything. And I actually mean this. Condolences to the Queen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She was she was
She's a pretty incredible woman, man.
She had a very special relationship with Canada because that's how it went. So she came here a lot, and she was the queen for half the amount of time that this was a country.
Oh,
which
dude,
is like, wow.
Dang.
She was a queen for what, a third of America's history?
Yeah. Crazy.
So I know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So today we are talking about the Crown Heads La Carême Belicosos Finos 2022 LE. Cigar is a Belicoso, 5.5 by 52. Comes out of the Tabacalera La Alianza factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrappers Connecticut broadleaf, binders Ecuadorian Sumatra, filters from Nicaragua.
Yes.
Price point is $11.95, and the cigar was released in May of 2022.
So cheap.
All that out of the way, June. What was your overall experience like with this?
Yeah, Mike is janky.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
That looks
there
we go.
I don't know what was going on there, but
I found
see a picture
the profile.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
let's look at this.
Look at this. Look at this sexiness.
I hope it's a good photo.
Take a look.
Oh
my God!
Look at that. Look at that. Oh,
Jiunn, very good, John.
I don't know if I want to smoke it or drive it. Look at that thing.
I did rate it very good, which I rarely do. Why did I rate this very good on the
pre-light? Your man is sophistication, and that is definitely a very good pre-light.
That white band on that wrapper looks great.
I hope Seth, for all his talk, I hope he rated it.
Dark chocolate Maduro wrapper.
Oh, yeah.
That got me sold. No, it didn't. Because it tasted like not so good. All right. First third, overall in general, very like toasted burnt earth forward notes, burnt cedar, dry dirt, leather tannins. There's just a lot of spice in this. So especially when you retrohale it, I got like black pepper spice, like a toasted anise kind of a note, but it needs more than like just burnt kind of variations of spice notes for me to really like the cigar. Regardless of how amazing that white band is against that dark chocolate Maduro wrapper. Okay, next cigar. What else are we reviewing?
All right, Seth, what was your experience like?
Listen, I'm a sucker for beautiful Belicosos. First third espresso, dark chocolate, cream. I mean, rich earth. There's like chocolate cake. I was getting some oak. Had nice strong red pepper spice, like right from the get go. I mean, it was just right there. Medium full strength and body. Second third was pretty similar. Just really rich and nice spices, filling. Medium full. Kind of continue to the final third, but it's just the burn and draw were a little off, but it was just really great flavor profile. I thought that just kept my attention from beginning to end. Evening cigar for me. I really liked it. John.
Yeah, you can just throw out all the stuff that Seth was just talking about.
It's all
you just fast forward.
Past that. We'll put Hubert in there.
Hubert doesn't listen to me anyways. He probably muted when I fucking spoke. Just
probably. The weird thing is I really like the original Le Carême. So I was maybe there was some expectation built up going into this. I was like, Belicoso, great looking cigar, killer profile, pre-light. Man, but when I lit it up, I was just like, I got a little creamy baking spices. I was like, okay, that's good. And then some vegetal notes. I'm like, well, that's different, but still good. And then there's this chalkiness, and this chalkiness just kind of came into the profile and just sat there and sat there and sat there, and it gave me so much palate fatigue. And then I think Jiunn kind of talked about this. There's this leather that comes in and just sits on the palate. So it's chalky earth and leather, and the chalky earth and leather just really offset that baking spice, and it was just really discordant for me. And then the second third was just kind of sweet wood, tannic wood, and chalkiness. And there was some molasses sweetness that came in that kind of fought back, but it was mostly tannic wood from the halfway point on. And I was like, well, this is really flat. And then last third, I thought it was going to redeem itself because it started with sweet baking spices and mild wood, but then the chalkiness came back, and I was like, man. And then just kind of chalkiness and baking spices by the halfway point. So if that wasn't enough, I had to do 2 relights. So I was like, oh wow. And draw is perfect though, so that's good. So really not a good experience, especially on a limited edition. Left a lot of chalkiness in my mouth. Aaron, what about you?
Wow.
For me, the cigar
So
started
you
with
guys should rewind the last 1 minute and listen to that a couple of times.
I think I'm gonna get right in the middle here. So we just listen to me, and then maybe that's the right way to do it. For me, the cigar started with lightly toasted cedar, dark earth, and baking spice. A mellow, chalky cocoa note joined in fairly quickly, and the baking spice later morphed into black pepper. Second third saw the fullness of flavors drop down a little bit, and the cedar transitioned to oak, and then the final third saw the black pepper move to the background. I thought the cigar started well, but that fullness of flavors that dropped in that second third and the overall profile became a little bit dry, kind of knocked things down a level for me. Kind of maintain that average flavor profile the rest of the way. My first time smoking the limited edition of the La Carême, but I don't see myself coming back to this cigar. I mean, it started well, but it just couldn't maintain it. If it could have done that first third, longer, obviously we'd be talking about a different cigar, but it just didn't do it for me. All right, let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with Seth at 6.52. I gave it a 6 even. Jiunn gave it a 5.5, and John gave it a 5.45. So Seth had that 6.52 matchup for you.
Listen, I loved it. I thought it smoked great. I mean, besides, well, the burn and draw were a little off, but the flavor profile was great. I just like the qualities. I like the richness. I'd smoke it now. I think it's going to age well. I'd be interested in smoking in that sense. So it's just, it's really good broadleaf. It's got that Ecuadorian Sumatra binder. I like when they do that. I'm disappointed we weren't all together on this one. It's just John's just tuning me out. I don't blame him.
My 6 even matches up well. It was the most average flavor profile. It had really good construction on my sample. It's just kind of right on that, near that line. That 6.1 is like that line where I'm like yes or no about going back to it, and this is just right below that. So just not gonna do it. Not gonna do it for me. All right, Jiunn, 5.5.
That's a cigar that I'm not going to return to. By the way, so I'm not sure how you guys feel about Connecticut broadleaf, but what are characteristics of a good Connecticut broadleaf for you guys? So for me, this is an example of what I dislike, like too earthy, dirty earthy, and too much spice. I need like that barnyard dankness and like chocolate
chewy
and things of that nature. Yeah, and chewy. You agree or
Agreed?
no?
Some cocoa is nice to throw in there.
Did this have a San Andre binder or anything on it?
Ecuadorian Sumatra.
Ecuadorian Sumatra.
Weird. I don't know where the chalkiness is coming from then. It's weird.
All right, John, 5.45.
Yeah, it matches up well. Like Jiunn said, this what was the price point on this? I think it was
$11.95.
Yes. So I said in my recap,
Wow,
I'm like for $11.95, I might try this again just to see if my experience, because that actually is quite approachable for a limited edition, especially in the 2022 market. But if it was $15, I'd be like, hell no, like absolutely not. Because below, 5.5 and below is the point, like Jiunn said, where I'm like, I'm not gonna try the cigar again. It just wasn't a good experience for me. But the price point's reasonable. So maybe if I see it on my travels, I might pick it up and try it again and see if it matches up. But it was disappointed.
All right. Final thoughts. I have one. I've been wanting us to review this cigar for years. Like ever since they first released this limited edition, I've wanted to get it, but I've just never been able to track it down because I've heard people that give it very similar to reviews to what Seth experienced in the cigar, and I just wanted to try it because the original La Crème just never did it for me. But people said that this was the step above that one.
I bought a box of the original crap. I liked them so much.
Yeah, it just didn't. It wasn't for me. But
how many LEs have they done of this? This is like
I want to say it's like
fourth?
4 years.
Yeah,
or 5
I feel like
years,
this is the
maybe.
fourth. Yeah.
Dang.
So I just could never, like, by the time I saw them, I couldn't find
already
someone
gone.
that had them and to get them. So it never worked out. And this year as soon as I saw them hit, I tracked them down. I got them. So
I'm glad.
Um,
I'm glad you got your hands on them.
yeah. So
It's not a bad price for a limited edition.
no,
too.
not at all. Not at all.
Quite reasonable.
Any other thoughts from you guys on it?
Maybe it's something we try again next year.
Yeah.
Who knows? Make it a thing.
Yeah.
Shake it up.
Sure.
I don't know. If it's still $12, I mean, who cares? That's totally reasonable.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Wherever you catch this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Catch the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels. Catch all of our review recaps on podcast, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Look at them.